Welcome to our CS6 tutorial. This tutorial is going to show you how to lay out a document, in this case the front page of a newspaper, using InDesign, Photoshop, and Illustrator. For the purpose of this tutorial, we will be using a sample folder from the desktop. First, you will need to open up InDesign by going to the Start menu, selecting All Programs, and clicking on Adobe InDesign. Next, go to File, New, Document. A new document window will open. Make sure the preview box is checked on the bottom left-hand corner and change the page size from letter to tabloid and the number of columns to 6. Then click OK. We will be using this document later, so in the meantime, minimize the program. Next, I'm going to show you how to edit your photos for your document. Go back to the Start menu and open Photoshop. Click File, Open, and select the picture you want to edit for your document. We will be using the picture from our tutorial sample folder on the desktop. Make sure your file is a JPEG, TIFF, or PNG. Now you can make any edits you want by selecting Image from the top left menu and Adjustments, where you can edit the lighting and color effects of the picture, or Mode, where you can also change the picture to black and white. Be sure to save your changes and exit Photoshop. Now we are going to work on creating 3D text. Go back to the Start menu and open Adobe Illustrator from the top menu bar. Then select Edit, Preferences, and Type. A preference box will open. On the left-hand side menu, select Units and then change the measurements to pixels. Then click OK. Then select File, New. A new document window will open. Change the width and height to 200 points and click OK. Now you will select the rectangle tool and double-click the fill box so that you can choose a fill color. The fill color should not be too dark or too light. We chose gray. Then click OK. Using the cursor, draw a box over the entire document. Now you're going to click and hold the T icon on the left and choose the Type tool from the pop-up menu. Click on top of the page, and before typing, make sure your fill box is preset to black. Now you can begin typing your message. Using the cursor tool, highlight your text and change the size and font type to whatever you would like. Now go back to the left menu and click on the black arrow selection tool and make sure your text box is still selected. On the left of your screen, click and turn off the stroke and fill options. This will make the text disappear, which is OK. Making sure the text box is still selected, go to the menu on the right-hand side of the program and select Appearance. If this is not showing up, go to Window in the top menu bar and select Appearance. In the Appearance menu, click on the New Fill button. This will be automatically set to black and will make the text reappear. In the same menu, there's a section titled Gradient. Go and change the type to Linear and adjust the angle to -90 degrees. On the gradient slider, change the color of the box on the far right to light gray by double-clicking on the box. Then move the box on the far left over a bit on the slider. Making sure the fill you just created is highlighted, select the New Fill button again. This will make the newest fill appear highlighted at the top of the list. Click and drag this fill to the bottom, below the original fill you created. Then click on the drop-down arrow and change the fill color to something light. We picked white. Next, go to the main menu bar and click Effect, Path, Offset Path. An Offset Path window will open. Change the offset to 1 pixel. Check the box next to Preview and click OK. Then go back to Effect and select Distort and Transform, and then Transform. In the window, change the vertical under the section labeled Move to 1 pixel. Check the box next to Preview again and click OK. Going back to the Appearance menu, make sure the fill at the bottom is selected and click on the Duplicate Fill button. This will make a new fill which will appear highlighted and in between the other 2 fills. Click and drag this fill to the bottom of the list and change the fill color to a dark color, which was black for us. Click on the arrow to the left of the new fill and select Transform from the drop-down menu. Under the Move section in the window, change the vertical setting to 2 pixels, check the Preview box, and click OK again. Now we're going to create a second duplicate fill. Make sure you move this fill to the bottom of the list again. On the selected new fill, go to the gradient menu and change the type to linear and the angle to -90 degrees. On the gradient slider, there should now be 3 boxes. If the third box is not showing, click in the middle of the slider and it will appear. Double-click on the box to the far left of the gradient slider and change the color to your dark color, ours is black, and drag the box all the way to the left. Then change the color of the box on the far right to a lighter color, we chose a light gray, and make sure the box is dragged all the way to the right. Next, click on the middle box and change the fill color to a color in between the other two, we chose a darker gray. To change the location of this box in the gradient slider, change the percentage in the box below opacity to 50%. Making sure the newest fill or the fill at the bottom of the list is selected, click on the arrow to the left of it. In the drop-down menu, click on Transform. In the window, change the vertical under Move to 1 pixel and the copies to 10. Click the Preview button and then OK. Your 3D text is now complete. Make sure you save the file under a name in a folder where it can be found later. When you save the text, make sure to click on the Save Type option and change it to Illustrator EPS. In the pop-up window, make sure under Preview Format that it reads TIFF 8-bit color. This will allow you to open it in Photoshop or InDesign later. Now go back to your InDesign document. Using the text box tool, draw 3 different boxes on your page. One will be for the headline, which is your 3D text, the second one for your photo, and the final box for your text or content. Using the black selection tool, select the first box. Then go to File, Place, and look for the 3D text you just created. Then you can make any size adjustments to your text. Now select the second box and go back to File, Place, and select the photo that you want to bring in and adjust the photo size and position in the box. Then select the third box and copy and paste your text from a Word document into the third box by double-clicking inside the box and selecting Edit, Paste, or using the File Place option, you can open the text from the Word document automatically. Now you can make any adjustments to your font type, size, or color. You can also make adjustments to the background and location of the content. When you are through, follow the same steps to place other content on your document. Once you have placed everything onto your document in the correct layout that you would like for it to be in, your finished product should look like this.